Back in the day, boy bands were all the rage. 80s and 90s in particular, but it's still going strong for boy bands with the Korean supergroup BTS right now. But back then it was NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys and Boys to Men and Menudo. Remember in Menudo with Ricky Martin? Maybe one of the biggest of them all, New Kids on the Block with songs like this one. Got the Right Stuff. Please Don't Go. I'll Be Loving You. Bring Back the Time. Step by Step, many others over the years. They just did 2 sold-out shows at the Allstate Arena, along with Rick Astley, the Never Gonna Give You Up guy, and Salt and Peppa, and In Vogue. They're touring around, called the Mixtape Tour. While they were in town, the New Kids on the Block made their way over to the Wahlburgers restaurant in St. Charles. That's the restaurant chain that's owned by one of the members of New Kids on the Block, Donnie Wahlberg. He owns it with his brother Mark Wahlberg and his brother Paul as well. And they have restaurants all over the country. All the New Kids on the Block came out to the restaurant yesterday to put their hands in their Walk of Fame. They had wet cement, out in front of the restaurant. They did their handprints in the cement and signed their names. It'll be there now for eternity. And about 500 fans packed the parking lot out of Randall Road and I think the cross street was St. Charles. Randall Road in St. Charles, I believe, is where it was, in St. Charles. And the fans still love the New Kids on the Block. They were so enthusiastic. It was really fun. The fans were there to see their favorite singers, their childhood crushes, and the guys in the band couldn't have been nicer to the crowd. We had an opportunity after the ceremony took place to go inside the restaurant and actually talk with the guys, who also just can't be nicer. I mean, I've gotten to know Donnie Wahlberg a little bit from when they were doing the groundbreaking on this restaurant, and we've done a couple of interviews with him since then. I've talked with them, 3-5 times, something like that. Just these guys, despite all of their success, could not be nicer. And it was a pleasure to chat with, starting off here with Donnie Wahlberg, New Kids on the Block. How does it feel now? Your hands are still full of cement after all of this. What's the feeling like?
Feels good. My hand is sticky, but we got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and we got a star in a Boston Walk of Fame. That's probably the inspiration for this, but this feels really nice. It's been a long time coming. You remember we were here during the pandemic trying to open this place, and who knew if we would ever even get the doors open, never mind be able to see a moment like this happen. And to do this with my guys, we've been through over 30, almost 40 years together. And to share little moments like this, no matter how little they may seem to the outside world, they're very special to us. When it has some personal stake for any of us, it means so much more than any acknowledgement we can get on a national scale.
So what does it mean to be here in St. Charles supporting Donnie and the family?
It feels great. I think again, I said outside, but, it started with him falling in love with a girl from Chicago, and Jenny's a great, awesome, sister to us. And so it's nice, Donnie means a lot to us, and this place means a lot to Donnie, so we're excited to be here. And so Wahlburgers is the best.
Yeah. What does it mean to you guys to be in Chicago? What does the Chicago area mean to you?
Well, Danny last night at the show said, Chicago is like a second home to us, and it really is. It's like the energy here, I don't even know if it comes pretty close to Boston. And just the energy when we come to Chicago, the fans are so enthusiastic, and since day one have always supported us. So whenever we come back, it's kind of like, we're going to Chicago, it's going to be awesome. But then when we get here, it's like, we're just so surprised at the enthusiasm of the fans each and every time. So I don't know, man. Chicago's special to us.
Yeah. Were you surprised to see so many people out here in the parking lot? Some people, I'm told, were here last night waiting so they could be up front.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I mean, you never know what to expect. You come into an event like this and it seemed kind of old school, like when we used to do stuff at malls and stuff like that. So people were all lined up and excited, and we didn't really do much. We just came out and put our hands in cement, but it's pretty awesome to be here supporting Donnie, but also now we have something permanent here, so I feel pretty honored to be here.
John, I noticed when everyone was doing their hands and signing in the cement, you are definitely the most artistic, and you erased something and then started over.
The cement was a little wet. It wasn't set up enough. It was kind of hard to sign it when it was wet, so I'm a perfectionist, but you know what? It's done, and I am just so happy to support this guy. It's so great. Everything.
You cry?
I'm so proud of you. That's all I got to say. I am very proud of you, and it is such an honor to now have us be a part of this venture.
Yeah, so there is John talking about all of them. Their affection for each other is just so obvious in their brotherhood and their chemistry. Pleasure to chat with them. We'll have much more with them tomorrow morning on WGN TV Morning News. So, Shwani, that was John, who we just heard of, Jonathan Knight.
Okay.
We have Jordan Knight, who is also in the band, of course.
Are they brothers?
They are brothers.
Okay.
We have Joey McIntyre, who's in the band.
Okay.
Danny Wood is in the band. And Donnie Wahlberg.
Now, Donnie Wahlberg,
me.
I knew that name.
And me.
And now you.
I'm now known as the sixth new kid on the block. Like Murray the K was the fifth Beatle. I'm the sixth new kid.
Okay.
Yeah. And, of course, Wally Beaver and
Wally,
Eddie Haskell.
And Johnny Paul Jason, who was Opie's best friend.
Oh, my gosh.
Got to bring him in, too.
You are digging deep today.